sports. I got my brother Landlord from Alabama in the building with me.
What's
And
happening?
shit, man, it's time to talk about it, really. Like we all saw what happened last night. The Dallas Cowboys fell to the San Francisco 49ers at the score of 17-12. We lost the game. We had plenty of opportunities to be in the game, and we did not deliver.
Yeah.
So, so we just gonna talk about it, man. Like we're gonna get everybody thoughts, opinions. How's everybody feeling about the matter? T Smooth, man, I appreciate you tapping in with us, man. This gonna be a doozy in this motherfucker. It's gonna be a doozy.
Yeah. Shout out to T Smooth in the building, man. Yeah. Yeah, my boys went down, man. It is what it is, man. Everybody, we gotta hold his L this time, man. And it was a lot of plays out there to be made. It was a lot of plays out there to be made. Shout out to Texas Breed Cowboy, Truth Only, Jay Worthy. Landlord, I'm not feeling it this morning. Me either, man. It's rough. I
It's
ain't
rough.
slept this late. I ain't slept this late in years. Like I
Good
usually
Lord,
get
yeah.
up. It was hard to get up out the bed today. K001 said, "Hello, darkness, my old friend." Yeah, it's one of them, man. Doom and gloom type vibes, man. But man, like we can talk about this game, but then after that, I feel like we need to talk about what we could possibly do in the future and stuff like that, man. So, what you feeling about that, Henny?
I feel that's the truth. Like we lost. We got to process that we lost. We got to go through the reasons why we lost and see if we can improve upon that. And then
Shout
we got
out
to
to Peter Rizzo, Hoodlum in the building. What's happening with y'all? Justin
hoodlum.
Kitchen.
It's my boy. You know he's super nefarious, man.
Yes, sir. Hey, what's so crazy? Tony, like, look, I just posted that on Twitter. Tony got hurt. Dak throw an interception right afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. And then your OC had them boys in empty on 2nd and 2. Why are you in the empty formation on 2nd and 2 in the red zone with a timeout? I know you in 2-minute formation. I mean 2-minute mode. But why would you do that though? You still want to sell the illusion that you might run a run. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. I think I'm not making no excuses, but it is quite peculiar that Dak threw an interception right after Tony got hurt. You know what I'm saying? It's like, because that was a bad injury, man. I think everybody was like, dang. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that took a lot of a win out of the Cowboys sales, man.
Shout out to
Hey,
Tavis Banks in the
Tavis
building.
Banks,
Truth
appreciate you
Only.
tapping in, man.
Chris
Yeah.
Wilson.
Yes, it took a lot of win out of the sale. Then we already were having issues running the ball before he went down, and then like we completely lost a little semblance of run offense that we had. Because I need y'all to understand what were our keys to victory going into this game, right? Our keys to victory, we said it would be a Tony Pollard game. We said we would have to try and attack the wide nine to get a semblance of a run game. We said we would need not to turn the ball over, and we said we would need to stop the run. Only one of those things happened. We really played the run damn good all game. They
Man,
ran
we
up.
did. We answered every other bell
Mhm.
except for executing on offense. Shout out to Charles Brown. Shout out to Tommy Montoya. Like, man, like I said, bro, the plays weren't the best. It wasn't the best play design. We still doing all these curl routes. But at the same time, two things could be true. The plays that was ran, Dak didn't execute them either.
Mm-hmm.
Know what I'm saying? And it wasn't just Dak. Did y'all see Tyron Smith blocking L and letting the defender just run straight through? You know what I'm saying? Did y'all see 2-3 design dump off to the running back? Like, what is we doing, Kelly Moore? Who is you fooling with that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Then when you think about the plays that got intercepted or players got their hands on, it's the same curve routes that they get jumped all the time. Like Kellen Moore, like you've seen in past games playing lesser defenses that you can't get away with with those concepts. So like you
Yep.
don't run enough deep you don't run enough deep routes. You don't run enough posts. You don't run enough goals for people to respect
Curl out.
the
And
curve. Yeah.
then you don't have speedsters to even be doing it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
bro, I'm gonna tell you, I play wide receiver, and most of the DBs, I know their mindset. A DB, you gotta know how the DB think to be able to beat one. Know what I'm saying? And I know how DBs think. if they don't respect your speed, they gonna sit on all short routes. And we know Michael Gallup is no burner. We know CeeDee Lamb is no burner. And what in the world was T.Y. Hilton today? This man got one target.
Mm-hmm.
Where was he? You know what I'm saying? Like this was a very, very frustrating game right here. The only person that showed up today on offense for real was Tony Pollard, even though he got hurt, and CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb balled out, man. Yep. CeeDee Lamb showed me a lot. I already felt like he was a dog, but man, CeeDee Lamb was putting his head down. We got to give him some love. I feel for players like him. I feel for players like Tank. You know what I'm saying? I feel for players who really showed up, like Micah and Tony, who went down. Like them, the players who didn't let up, who came to play. You know what I'm saying? And the whole defense, for real, man. Like the offense did not answer the bell, y'all. That's it is what it is. We did not make enough plays. And then you want to know something that's really frustrating him. We started a lot of our drives on good field position, bro. Turpin was balling. Yeah, Jay Word just said it, bro. He said Turpin was balling. Bro, that's what makes you even more frustrated when you think about it. Bro, we couldn't produce on offense with good field position. That's horrible, bro. That's horrible. Over and over. See, this is what I want people to understand. Shout out to Tavis Banks with the 999. He says the Dallas Cowboys are 0-5 in the divisional round since the Romo era. Green Bay twice, Minnesota, LA Rams, and San Francisco. Yeah. It just sucks, bro. But this is something I want y'all to realize too. Going 3 and out, bro, that's not all on your quarterback. I want you to understand that right now. When a whole offense go 3 and out, that's not just your quarterback. Know what I'm saying? That's your offense. That's your coordinator. That's everybody. Everybody get that blame. Like, what was you doing once your first play didn't succeed? Why did you come with a different play? You know what I'm saying? Your second play should have succeeded. You know what I'm saying? Now, Dak didn't execute every time. To be real, he missed.
He had a bad game. He
had a terrible game. We just gonna be real. He missed a lot of throws. He threw a lot behind a lot of receivers. You know what I'm saying? He did a lot of stuff that, that typically he don't usually do, but he did it. You know what I'm saying? And that's something we just gonna have to live with. We're gonna have to hold that L. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And a lot of people was taken aback when they was thinking about this season, saying we didn't have no chance and we didn't have no people. Now you expecting him to move mountains without those same people. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people didn't think this offense was gonna be nothing.
So this is what I'm gonna unload on real quick. Hey, shout out to Jazzy Jeffs. But yeah, so this is my thing. This is my thing.
Eastside Harold talking about some landlord. Why you sad? You knew that was going. Hey, I told you, I'm not angry. I'm not finna be screaming at my screen. The only way you get that reaction from me if we would have went out there and got embarrassed. That's like if we would have went out there and, you know what I'm saying? Like the Bills got did, you know what I'm saying? We lose 2-3 touchdowns, look like we don't belong on the field with them. Then you would have seen Landlord and her cussing out everybody, saying everybody need to get fired, all of that. That wasn't the case. That's why I'm sad, because I know we was close. It wasn't like we just blowed out the water and ran out the field. That wasn't the case. We really haven't lost a game like that all year. Like, I can't think of, have we got blowed out? How many games we lost by more than one score? I don't think none.
But more first game of the season.
Yeah, Tampa. And that probably be it.
Then the Cooper Rush game against the Eagles, there was like a 9-point loss. So I guess that's technically 2.
Yeah, that's Cooper Rush. And the Commanders. And the Commanders. And look how spaced out them games was. You know what I'm saying?
One at the beginning of the season, one in the middle of the season, and the very last game of the season. It didn't happen often.
That really didn't happen to this football team. And then, like, look at Ultra Cowboy. You come back now, huh?
All season
it's all love.
Fire Dak's coaching buddies, hire a new OC and QB coach, draft a QB in the first round, develop him, See, all this stuff that sounds wonderful, but you be forgetting like there's not a quarterback you're going to take at number 26 because that's where you draft right now. There's
See,
not a
look,
quarterback you can draft at 26
I
to
do
even
want to
put
be
pressure
fair
on
though.
Dak Prescott.
I do want to be fair here.
What's that?
One thing he said that I agree with. I do not like this relationship between Dak and Kelly
Kellen Moore. No, that's fine.
because not just I'm talking about the dynamic. Your coach supposed to be your superior, not your homeboy. Know what I'm saying? Your coach is over you, bro. You shouldn't be feeling equal to your coach. You shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? You take orders from your coach. You see what I'm saying? Like he shouldn't be your homeboy. So I don't like that dynamic between the two. Dak might need some more stern coaching from his OC. We might need to go get John Kitna back in here. You know what I'm saying? Like he might need some more stern coaching from his OC.
Well, this
Because
is the thing.
Kellen don't seem like he gonna holler at Dak ever.
But this is the thing, man. Like this is the thing. I need y'all all to hear me out on this. Why does Dak Prescott have to play good every single game, and in order for us to win, right? Like that should not be the case in a team sport, because Dak Prescott is only one guy on an 11-man offense on a 53-man roster. So yeah, he had a shit game. He had a very bad game. But, we should have a counterpunch when Dak Prescott is not having a good game. We used to be able to hand the ball to Ezekiel Elliott 25 to 30 times and win a game when Dak Prescott is off. We used to be able to have a Dak don't turn the ball over game. You can give Zeke the ball, have the chunk plays in the run game, and set up the little easy play actions and stuff. We don't have a counterpunch no more. It's either Dak Prescott is balling and we have a chance to win, or he's playing bad and we have no chance at all. And
shout out to Darren Davis. Well, not that one. Shout out to you, but somebody said a good point. Oh, Travis Thompson. He said
they
you're
can't
correct,
hurt us either.
But that's a good point. He can't hurt us.
He can't hurt us, but at the same time, but when you're in a situation where he has to throw the ball 37 times, when you have to throw the ball 37 times, you're going to throw those interceptions. Now, before we even started the game, did I say this was a Dak Prescott game? I said he needed to. We needed to try to find a way to get a run game going.
You don't remember I said that?
We all said it on this stream.
We needed to find a run game. We might have needed to do the Hulk package, but I kind of really just told y'all like Dak was gonna have to win this game. The run game wasn't gonna do it. Like I just had faith. That's the way I felt. I seen this game playing out, and that's what it looked like. It boiled down to. Know what I'm saying? And he didn't answer the bell. He didn't come with it.
He didn't answer the bell. But
when
we were talking strategy, we said it would be a Tony Pollard game where he would have to get to the edge and we would have to take advantage of the wide nine. Now that stuff happened early in the game, and I'm not excusing Dak Prescott. He had a horrible game. He literally threw the game away. He threw 2 bad interceptions. He almost threw a pick 6 at the end of the game. I'm not excusing anything that Dak Prescott did.
I'm not excusing nobody.
We
have a right to be mad and angry at these players, at least for what I'm saying right now.
At least for about 24 to 48 hours.
Yeah, I'm not mad at nobody for blaming people and holding people accountable. You know what I'm saying? Like you should get this smoke.
Yeah, so I'm fine. I'm fine with y'all being mad about Dak Prescott playing bad. I'm fine with y'all being mad about all this other stuff. But we're not going to sit here and act like just the week before he didn't have the best playoff game in league in our franchise history. The problem with Dak Prescott is inconsistency. But
I was just about to say.
And when you have inconsistency on the offense, that partly is on the quarterback, but it is partly also on the coaching.
Yeah,
because there's no reason that you can go from putting up 30 points one week and then scoring 12 points the next week. And listen. Like Kellen Moore, you can't sit there either as the offensive coordinator and the guy that is over the offense and let one player derail what you want to do.
I think that'll be. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. If Dak Prescott is struggling, you either A, get him on track, B, get the ball out of his hand, or C, you put him on the bench. But you cannot sit there and do nothing. You cannot just observe and keep running plays like nothing is happening.
Now, like they saying, the front office should go after DeAndre Hopkins. I think that'll be smart. Try to do what everybody else doing. That's why I say I think this was Stephen Jones' last hurrah too, doing it his way, trying to be cheap, trying to be frugal. Know what I'm saying? Like we done did this for years now. So now it's time to try to go sell out, go buy somebody. You know what I'm saying? Go get a big free agent. We done tried this draft and develop role for a long time now. It ain't working. See, that's what makes me angry. It's like the Cowboys, they say they want to win, but they want to win their way. You know what I'm saying? That might not be what's best for the team, man. And then, like, you so worried about the future. Are you gonna win now though? You know what I'm saying? Okay, look, when you be conservative with your draft picks and draft capital and all that other crap, all you doing is saying, okay, we're not gonna try to get a best shot right now. We're gonna make sure we are decent for the long run. But are you gonna be mediocre for the long run though? Know what I'm saying? Would you take a chance of being outstanding now opposed to being bad in the future?
You got to swing for the fences.
You got some because I feel like this team ain't that far away.
Look at what the teams that are playing in the NFC Championship game did. Like, they traded away their entire future to try to get a quarterback. That didn't work. They still traded away 4 or 5 picks to go get Christian McCaffrey. You know, they spent the money to retain Deebo Samuels. They spent the money to retain Kittle. You know, they drafted Ayuk fairly high. They gave up assets to put together a very competent team. They went and paid that big money to get Trent Williams from Washington. They did a lot of stuff.
Y'all let Dak have it. Sammy Rose said D-Hop can't throw to himself. That's a fact though, you know.
I mean, listen, I know y'all are mad. Y'all didn't have.
I don't blame him though. Hey,
my thing is be straight up and down with people, man. Some of y'all got pregnant riding Dak Prescott last week. And I need y'all to keep that same energy. Like y'all did not have the same energy for the man last week. Don't come in here act like he a scrub this week.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Be straight up and down with the stuff, man. Be straight up and down. He had a bad game, but don't come on here doing the extra stuff. He had a bad game. All right,
we got 54 people rocking in the building, man. Make sure y'all hit that like and share button for the squad. It will not charge a card, man. We appreciate y'all though. Thanks for rocking with us. Shout out to Eternal Dynasty with the 199. He said need a new OC, system is tapped out. That's my exact favorite. That's exactly what I'm saying too. The reason I'm looking at this, okay, look, if you done with that, that's fair. Okay, I'm not arguing with you right now. Like, know what I'm saying? We have a right to be angry. We have a right to be looking for answers right now. Okay. But realistically, we can't do nothing with them. You know what I'm saying? So now we have to ride with Dak for another year at least. You know what I'm saying? So if that's the case, now I feel like we need to let Kellen go on his way and see what Mike McCarthy can do with him.
Right.
Bring in another OC and let Mike McCarthy call the plays. Know what I'm saying? Let's see if Mike McCarthy can do something with him. And this will be, to me, I love Dak. That's my guy. But if we come in here and first go and get a big-time free agent, a big-time wide receiver, because I really wouldn't mind us drafting a corner in the first round.
I mean, you're going to probably have to do something.
Yeah, go get a big free agent receiver and then draft a corner first round. You see what I'm saying? If you do that, I feel like that'll be a whole new reboot. And I feel like that should be Dak's last hurrah. Can you do it? You know what I'm saying? You done had 7-8 years now. Now, I got to see some commitment, though. I want to see this team sell all the way out and say, okay, Dak, we're going to give you everything we could possibly give to try to win this year right here. And now, if he don't succeed in that, with Mike McCarthy calling the plays, I'm out. That'll be my last year, too. Like, I feel like that's fair. We done gave you a lot of time.
Well, that is fine because, I'm fine with letting him play out his contract. Because, listen, he only has 2 years left on the contract. People are up here talking about trading the guy, but I want logical solutions and things that can actually happen. The guy has a no-trade clause, and if you cut him, you will eat a bunch of dead money that will put your team back for at least 5 to 6 years with the amount of money will take to cut Dak Prescott. So, like, it's not even the fact of anything else. It's just like Dak Prescott is your quarterback. You got to analyze and approach things from the standpoint that he will be the quarterback going forward, and you just have to go from there. But
Give me
like
1 second here with this super chat. Shout out to B Bird with the $5 super chat. He says all of the teams in the championship game. Who has a worse wide receiver group than us? The Cooper trade came back to hunt us this game. You ain't lying about that. You gotta give respect. You gotta look. The Eagles sold out and went and got AJ Brown, and they got a #1 draft pick. You know what I'm saying? They got a first-round draft pick in Devontae Smith. He was the best wide receiver in college. So like they got real deal like talent on their wide receiving corps. Like you right. You know what I'm saying? Look at Deebo Samuels and like that's a good point. You know what I'm saying? And we took away from Dak instead of adding to Dak. You see what I'm saying? And now we expecting better results. That is a little goofy now. Now all the fans that hate Dak, like, I don't blame you today. I won't argue with you today. You have no arguments from me today. But think about this. If Dak couldn't get it done last year with Coop and Lamb and Michael Gallup, why would you be mad about him not doing it now without Coop? See what I'm saying? They took away from this offense. So why would you even be mad? You should be like, that's on the front office too. They took away from that. They should have been adding to that, right? You know what I'm saying? If he couldn't get it done last year with a loaded wide receiver group, they should be adding to him instead of taking away. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. And listen, we're not trying to absolve Dak Prescott for any mistake that he made last night. He played horrible. All right.
It was another super chat too, man. Like, give me 1 second. Somebody sent the one. I think Eternal Dynasty sent another one. What you said again, Eternal Dynasty? This a different looking system, so it's kind of hard for me to catch up to him sometimes. Forgive me. So just write your statement out one more time for me, if you don't mind.
Yeah, we're not trying to absolve the man from anything he did this game. He played bad. Like we all are in agreement that he played bad. But what I'm not going to do, is throw out the baby with the bathwater. Because just like he played bad this game, he played amazing. He played amazing the week before.
Like, I give Jameson, that's a good point too. He missed him. I'm gonna be real with you. He missed him. But like we saying, okay, with better weapons, Jameson. Let's say this, because this could be true. With better weapons, the yards of separation might be better. You know what I'm saying? Like look at the separation on some of these other receivers. Dak might be able to make that throw. You see what I'm saying? Like even if he trash, if you give him some receivers getting 5 yards separation like some of these other people, he might be able to work that out. You see what I'm saying? But that was a good point though.
Mm-hmm. And listen, is Dak Prescott in totality his worst game, his best game, or somewhere in the middle? So listen, Dak Prescott is not going to consistently be the guy that had 5 touchdowns. He also is not going to consistently be the guy that threw 2 interceptions last night. So what I mean, he is overall somebody that's in the middle, which still pans out to be about a top 10 quarterback. And you mean to tell me you want to walk away from that for an unknown? Because y'all want to draft the quarterback high, start over, go through a rebuild. Some of y'all even built for that.
Shout out to Eastside, Leaside talking about some where out of love at with a $2 super chat. Shout out to Matt Fries with a $2 super chat. He said, "Hey, how you doing, landlord? Rough day after the loss, absolutely, sir." And I seen one good comment, Miss Jackie Smith. She said, "Love Dak. He had a bad game." Nah, that wasn't the one though. She said something else. That wasn't the comment I was looking for. Man, I'm missing these comments. Let me see. She said, it was one, she said something else. I forgot, but I'll read this one then. She says, "Love Dak had a bad game. Josh Allen, who all of you think is so great, is at home on the couch. And so, what's that? And he only scored 10 points. With all that help, he was a different player this year, no doubt." Yeah, it was a lot of stuff that, it's no excuse for Dak. All I want to say is the offensive coordinator did not help him. You know what I'm saying? The play calling did not help him. And I thought that was the job of an offensive coordinator. Shout out to B Bird with another $5 super chat. He
Oh, sure.
says
Go ahead.
GMs are motivated to make moves to better their teams to keep their jobs. What motivation do have the Jerry Joneses and stuff have? They're not GMing for their job. I said exactly that. That's a great point, sir. This nepotism is gonna hurt us in the long run. This family business is gonna help us in the long run. If any other GM in the world would have been doing these things, they would have been out the door.
Mm-hmm.
Stephen Jones ain't got to worry about that. Shout out to Rita Rutledge on Facebook. She says, "What up, landlord? Tough loss yesterday. We had this game and just couldn't get it done. If Dak has a no trade clause, isn't it a mute point? Is saying trade Dak? Yes, it
Yep.
is. He need more weapons outside of Lamb and Pollard. That's what I said. Go sell out and go get you some people. This year, let Mike McCarthy call the plays. Shout out to Max Fry with a $2 super chat. Hi, Henny. You're the best too. Good to see you.
Appreciate you, my guy. Thank you for tapping in with us.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, Henny. I know I'm just trying to keep up with the
they showing love. You supposed
another
to do it,
$5 super chat from Truth Only. I appreciate you, sir. He says, Kellen doesn't know Dak weakness. We have system where Dak has to play perfect. Simply the passing game next year. Simplify the passing game next year. No more option routes. Exactly, sir. Because I felt like that's the main job of an OC. Go expound on that, Henny. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. So like, look at the stuff that they're doing in San Francisco. They have 3 quarterbacks this year. They won games with all 3 of them. So like, it is really not the quarterback, it is the system that they're put in. They have a lot of guys that are good after the catch. They're running the ball very efficiently. You know, they're blending in the run with the play action. They use a lot of motion. They use a lot of variations in their run scheme to get the ball to Deebo Samuel hand, get the ball to Ayuk hands. They even run the ball with Mitchell, McCaffrey. Like, they have a very balanced attack, and their quarterback does not have to do a lot in order for them to win games, as we saw. Like they said he looked like a vet. He was 19 or 29. He did not play this outstanding Tom Brady game, but he did not turn the ball over. Well, he should have turned the ball over. Trayvon Diggs dropped that easy ass interception, but that's neither here nor there. But the point is, like, he was not put in situations to have to go out there and win the game for them.
Okay, shout out to Miss Jack, 'cause she got another comment. She says, where was the play action? That's a great point. Why would you go empty on the goal line on 2nd and 2? But that's another story. Kellen could not use Amari last year, and once 1 year removed, he has 1,000 yards with Jacoby Brissett. We gave our one away, which most of you agreed that was the correct move. Yeah, the only reason I said it was bad football move, but I felt like for the camaraderie of the team, it probably was best. But, we'll see. We ended up doing decently, but this game right here in particular, it hurt us, Miss Jackie. I ain't gonna lie to you. I knew that Coop was still a good player. I knew that it wasn't a football move, and that's always dangerous. That's not a good thing to do. If you're trying to win football games, you should be making football moves. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Gary Lawrence on Facebook, my dog. He said, so we're blaming the OC. I know I'm late to the party. No, Gary, we blaming Dak. We blaming Dak and the OC. It's a joint decision. You know what I'm saying? They glued to the hip.
Let me ask y'all this: is the offense just the quarterback, or is it also including the running backs? Because they didn't do shit either.
The running backs didn't come to the party. Zeke was horrible today.
Zeke had 10 carries for 26 yards. That's 2.6 yards a carry.
The O-line was bad today. You know what I'm saying? The wide receivers was bad outside of Lamb.
Outside of CeeDee Lamb. So, like, yeah, Dak Prescott played a bad game. Like, that's fine. Like, that's the biggest reason we lost the game. Nobody is discrediting that. Nobody is denying that. That is true as hell.
Yeah,
however, more than one thing can be true at one time. Dak played bad. We did not have a running game. The offensive line was subpar, and everybody not named CeeDee Lamb in that wide receiving game did not give you anything.
Shout out to Johnny Herrera. Yeah, man, it's a bad night. But, like, think about this. You got a crazy OC that loves to throw. You know, an offensive line that was patchwork that didn't work out too much. Shout out to Truth Only with the 199 super chat. He said Dak and Kellen don't work. It's simple, yeah. One of them got to go right now. I want Kellen out the door. So, because we can't do nothing with Dak. If you want to release him, I want Kellen out the door right now. But that ain't what I was saying.
You said they don't work together.
Yeah, like that. I don't like the dynamics with each other. But like I said, man, if you have a more competent OC that knows what he's doing, he can get the best out of that. I asked a good question last night, if y'all seen my show or not. Everybody want to blame Dak. Dak was a large part of this loss. So don't get me wrong.
Very true.
But what I'm saying is, do y'all think Shanahan would have won with Dak?
Easily.
Let me know that.
Listen.
Let me know that. Do y'all think Shanahan would have won this same game with Dak Prescott instead of Brock Purdy? You think he would have lost?
The last time that Kyle Shanahan had a quarterback as good as Dak Prescott, it was Matt Ryan, and he won an MVP in Kyle Shanahan's system.
Everybody say, hell yes. What you saying, he would have won, right? Because this is our point. Dak Prescott played a huge part in losing this game. He threw a lot of passes behind the receivers. He underthrew a lot of people. He did that. But what I'm saying is, he's not the savior. You know what I'm saying? He shouldn't be the savior. And then if everybody in this chat box down on Dak and feel like he's not up to par and not this great player, why are we sitting up here trying to make him that player? Why are we sitting up here putting him in position to be the savior when we know he's not? That means you should be putting emphasis on other parts of your team. That means you should be selling out to go get the wide receivers. Look what Philly did. I'm going to sit here and tell you right now, I think Jalen Hurts is a decent quarterback. But what they did to make, you know how you make a decent quarterback look like an MVP? You go get some outstanding wide receivers. That's what you do. And we did nothing of the sort. Marcus Hardison back in the building. He said, Landlord from Alabama, doesn't matter what weapons we draft or sign, Hennythemoor will tarnish them. You right about that. I already said I want him up out of here. So, you know, we start fresh with somebody else. Let Mike McCarthy call the plays. Mike McCarthy shouldn't have signed on to this when he came here. He should have just went ahead and grabbed his pal and stood up for what he believed in. You sit up here and let this young OC tarnish your legacy. You know what I'm saying? You need to tell the Joneses today, let Kellen Moore step down and I'll take over the offense. Because this your last year, Mike McCarthy. Believe it or not, this your last year, sir.
Well, I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this. Because we got to look at the progression of Mike McCarthy and what he did for the team. Because he took a team that missed the playoffs.
Keep that thought. Don't forget. Shout out to Turner Dynasty with the 499 super chat. He says, got a better question. Can Shanahan it be going away?
Yes, matter of fact, I read it. He says, can Shanahan win if his quarterback is having a bad day and poor decision? Yes, because Jimmy Garoppolo won 4 playoff games for the 49ers. In the 4 playoff games that Jimmy Garoppolo won, he threw 1 touchdown and 3 interceptions in those 4 games combined. So yes, he can win a game with his quarterback doing nothing. With his quarterback being a bystander, he could win the game. Because in Jimmy Garoppolo's 4 playoff wins, 1 passing touchdown, 3 interceptions, barely over 60% completion.
Shout out to Max Fry with the $2 super chat. He said, someone got to go. We can't accept fail. Shout out to Toot on Facebook. That's my partner. He says, why is it's his last year? You know they going to put that pressure on Mike. Mike getting a pass right now because we made it past the first round. He going to get a pass for this year. And we didn't come out here and lay an egg. We just lost a tough game. See what I'm saying? I feel like, you know, our patience is wearing thin. Jerry want to make somebody head roll now. That's what I'm telling you. That man said he is sick too. You know what I'm saying? That boy said he is sick. So I'm telling you, I like Mike McCarthy. I don't think it should be. I'm just telling you what the reality might be. Because, okay, you got two runs at it, Mike. Well, this your 3rd year. Now you going into your 4th, right? Yeah. With 2020 was your 1st year.
But this is the thing, though. Like, Mike McCarthy has improved every season he's been here. So
I'm on Mike's side, bro. I'm on Mike's side, but I just know what the reality, like what I want and what I think in reality, them different things. Know what I'm saying?
But this is the thing. I think he'll take the team even further next year. So I think it's going to be a mute point because he has
Shout out to B Bird with the $2 super chat. We took away a great wide receiver instead of adding one. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Dwayne Brown with the $5 super chat. He says would we win if we had their quarterback? Absolutely not. When Kellen Moore had Brock Purdy looking like I don't even know. He'll look like a middle school quarterback in his offense. No lie. No lie.
If Brock Purdy had to throw the ball 37 times, he would look worse than what Dak Prescott looked like last night.
And make no mistake about it, you was going up against the number one defense. You know what I'm saying? You going up against the number one defense with CeeDee Lamb and with Tony Pollard out. You know what I'm saying? With a patchwork offensive line.
And the ghost of Michael Gallup is your number 2.
Shout out to Black and Blue TV with the $10 super chat. He says, great point being made here. Kelly needs to go. Absolutely. I've been saying this all year. I gave him a little grace after last game. Coach Mack needs to be more hands-on offensively. He's an offensive-minded coach. Dang, that jump be going away. He said, Kellen Moore. What it said?
He said,
dang.
I don't know. Travis said he disagrees because he doesn't think that we will be able to keep everybody.
Hold on. On this side here, how you get to the current comments on this side? Like which way is the newest ones? Okay, it started at the top.
I think so. For the newest ones, it pop up at the
top. Okay, I see Black and Blue now. Okay. It say he's an offensive-minded coach. Kellen Moore is Garrett's leftover. We need an actual coordinator. That's a fact, sir. That's exactly what I'm saying. I want to see Mike McCarthy get his fair shot and run his offense. And like I said, compared to what I feel and what reality is, them two different things. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Mike McCarthy shouldn't be under pressure and this be his last year because he's been getting better and better every year and he's changed the whole culture, in my opinion. But in reality, the media, the glitz and glamour of the Cowboy Nation and Mr. Jerry Jones and the Joneses, they can't fire themselves, so they gonna fire Mike McCarthy. This is just the reality, y'all. We got to deal with that. That's something we're going to have to deal with. You know what I'm saying? It's no pressure because it's nepotism. This is a family-ran business.
Hold on. Ultra Cowboy, you keep saying Dak Prescott will be gone in 2024. I want to tell you something about Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones will have to eat $39.9 million in salary if he cuts Dak Prescott in 2024. And
shout out to Joe Trinick on Facebook. He says, one second, because I be leaving Facebook out, man. I don't be want to do that. Do you think our defense will still be good if we lose Dan Quinn? That's a tough one. Answer that question after you get done with this one.
No, I'm gonna go ahead right into that because that's too big of a question to ask because you don't know who the defensive coordinator is going to be coming in. You don't know if he wants to run the same scheme because Dan Quinn runs a 4-3 defense that plays a lot of cover one, and we throw in the cover 3, which he used in Seattle from time to time.
Shout out to Nick on Facebook and Joe Gonzalez on YouTube. How you doing? Yeah, this one hurts. We all hurting right now, unfortunately.
So you never really know because you don't know if he wants to switch over to a 3-4. You don't know if he wants to run a variation of the 4-3. You don't know the personnel he prefers. So there's really no telling you will still have a good defense once he's cut. But it's the thing, why would you wait to the very last year of Dak Prescott's contract? Because 2024 his final season, 2025 and 2026 are voided years on his contract they put on there for cap purposes. So yes, you could wait till June the 1st and cut him and only eat $18.1 million. But his cap hit in 2024. Let me see. His base salary is only $29 million. So he has a big cap hit, yes. However, you would try and cut him when you could have him still for 1 year on the roster to try and be successful.
Hey, shout out to Miss Jackie. That's a great point she made. She said we had to hurry and get MG out there because we know Toba was not ready, and our front office and OC made a huge mistake trying to cover those mistakes. And it was glaring all season long. Fire the wide receiver coach. Like, that's a good point though. You know what I'm saying? Toba not panning out hurt us as well. Getting rid of Cooper, Toba not panning out. Then you gotta go get like older veterans like T.Y. Hilton that didn't show up at all this game. Like, all of that hurts you. And just look at the comparison. The Eagles went and got top tier talent on their wide receiving core. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, if you don't think Dak is this wonderful quarterback who can carry this team, go and get a lot of wide receivers. You know what I'm saying? Go and get some weapons. That's common sense. Like, if you got to deal with them for a couple of years, go get you some weapons. So that's why I feel like even if Dak is not this person who I think he is, and if he the person that a lot of you think he is, I feel like the whole blame should go on this whole team because nobody else on this team is evaluating Dak the way y'all are. You know what I'm saying? They looking at Dak like he is one of those guys. So that's an L for everybody. You see what I'm saying? Like, if y'all see Dak as this man who can carry this team and put him on our shoulders, then I feel like that's a misevaluation from everybody. You know what I'm saying? From your OC, from your head coach, from your scouts, from Will McClay, from everybody. If they putting their money on Dak being that guy and he fails, that's a misevaluation from everybody. So everybody got to hold that L. See what I'm saying?
And this is the thing. Like, you never really know. You still don't know Dak Prescott is the guy or not. I want y'all to remember. I want y'all to understand this. Put this in the context right now. Dak Prescott just played his 7th year. He has more playoff wins at year 7 than Drew Brees did at the same point in his career. So you don't know what these quarterbacks will become. You don't know these quarterbacks will get it done. You don't know none of that. Like, it took Drew Brees 7 years to win 1 playoff game. That got 2 right now. It took Peyton Manning 6 years to win his first playoff game. It took Matthew Stafford 13 years to win a playoff game. So I'm not saying that like Dak is Jesus. I'm not saying that Dak, is a horrible guy. I'm not saying that. I'm not even saying that he's a super elite quarterback. I'm not saying he's a number 2 or 3, 4, or 5 top quarterback in the league. But, like, there are better talented quarterbacks that took longer to produce the result that Dak Prescott currently have.
Now, look at this. I look at it, the way I view this quarterback situation right now, I like that. But the way I feel like the people view him right now, it's like, you might want some McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? But your mama be like, we got food at the house. Mm-hmm. It's not what you want, but this is what you have. So now we got to figure out a way to utilize it the best way. You see what I'm saying? You might want that McDonald's Big Mac or something like that. You might want that, but that's not the position we in right now. We have to deal with this food mama made yesterday. You know what I'm saying? This is what we have. You see what I'm saying? So all of these, ideas are really mute points for real. Because like you said, he has a no trade clause. It's nothing you can do with that right now. So what's the best thing for this team after you think about that? Because we got to be realistic here. We got to come up with a plan here. Okay, if we can't do anything with that, what's the next step? At least try to make this as effective as possible. Go and get them some weapons. Go and get them another wide receiver. Like, that's all we can do. Go and get them another wide receiver. Go and get them another offensive lineman. Try to dress this pig up as pretty as you can. That's what you'll have to do, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. That is so true. That is so true. Like, hey, like Lamar said, add a little hot sauce.
You know what I'm saying? Put some ranch on that thing, man. You know what I'm saying? You better put some water on that damn shit. You know how Pop said on Friday. You better put some water in that damn shit. Mm-hmm. When he ain't have no milk left. Shout out to Matt Fry with the $5 super chat. He said, facts, give props to the 49ers. Their need other weapons went get him. I think we need a new OC. That's my opinion. Though I love you, Landlord and Henny. We love you too, bro.
Yeah,
Appreciate
we
the
love you,
support over here.
Kinfolk. I always appreciate the support. He said Dak has had weapons and an O line. Well, he hasn't had an O line in a couple years. Like I can send
That
you
old
the
line been struggling, bro.
I can see you with the advanced stats on the O line. We were 31st in pass protection this year, and we were bad in pass protection last year. We were like 28, and then we were bad in pass protection in 2020. So this line that y'all talking about has excelled in run blocking. It has, but protecting your quarterback, it has not. It has not by any degree. That's why you had guys like Connor Williams getting so many holding penalties. They were getting their ass tore up. That's why Tyler Smith gets a lot of holding penalties. He's losing sometimes. So like you can't be this big of a penalized line and expect to be great. Preach, Marvin. Dallas Cowboys don't believe in getting quarterback. We don't value that position because they have looked into players and they have been a success. Well, this is the thing. It's not just lucky. Everybody really looks into a quarterback, even the guy that drafted a quarterback in the first round. Because remember, for every Patrick Mahomes, there are like 3 to 4 Josh Rosens.
Samuel Rowe, $40 million ain't no money like that no more for no quarterback. Come on now. That's like he ain't even top 10 no more, is it?
Nah, listen, y'all talk about 40 million. Kyler Murray makes 46 million, then you make the playoffs.
Yeah. So the money is not a problem. We still had like $8 million left over
this year. And listen, they talk about we couldn't have kept Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper restructured his damn contract. Is playing for $5 million right now. He didn't even know them boys. He would have restructured for us. We just didn't want him in the building.
What Josh Allen got paid?
Josh Allen made $43 million.
Shit. And like this, what I'm saying, y'all. Like, let's just be fair here. Like this the only reason why I don't like to go at these narratives, because that get us off the subject. Like, but you think about it, man. If you sitting up here thinking that Josh Allen is this dude, they just got destroyed. Like, we lost a close game to a dominant defense, like we played a good game. We lost. We just didn't get it done, y'all. Like, Dak had to go up against the number 1 defense with CeeDee Lamb and Zeke. That's what it looked like to me. You know what I'm saying? And Kellen Moore. Come on now. So,
and also,
we sitting up here talking about Josh Allen. Look what he did. They got destroyed. This man make way more than that.
And Tavis Banks, like you said, like you need competition. There is nobody you can bring in that can even challenge Dak Prescott. Like Dak Prescott.
Okay, have an open competition with Cooper Rush next year.
You know what I'm saying? Like who the hell are you gonna bring in the challenge Dak Prescott? Because you don't have a draft pick to bring in a premier guy unless you're gonna trade away assets to move up in the draft. And then when you look at the quarterback draft this year, it's not that great.
All right, Jameson Taylor, make sure we hope you get well. Hope everything is well with you.
Yeah, we hope for a speedy recovery, my guy. But yeah, like there's no such thing as a quarterback competition between Dak Prescott and another guy. Who are you going to bring in to even be competition? Who are you going to bring in to even be competition?
Somebody said Baker Mayfield, notorious drunk. Are you drunk right now, notorious drunk?
Yeah, he
Shout
drunk.
out to you, sir.
Yeah, Baker Mayfield on his
Lance. They gonna get rid of Trey Lance too, probably. Yeah, so
would you trade
what Trey Lance can do?
Would you start over with Trey Lance when he's the one quarterback that? Well, I ain't gonna say the one quarterback, but he is one of the few quarterbacks that Kyle Shanahan did not make look good. So do you trust him with whatever OC that we bring in?
Hey, man, shout out to 110 people rocking with us in the building, man. Please, we got 110. Let your boy get the 80, 90 likes. Go on, do that for the boy, man. Hit that like for the squad. It will not charge a card, man. I'm not asking for much.
He said not overpaying another quarterback for competition. Yeah, because like what competition, kinfolk? Like who is going to come in and challenge Dak Prescott? Because at the worst, Dak Prescott is a top 10 quarterback. Statistically, win-wise, all that other stuff. At worst, he is a top 10 quarterback. So who else even fits that mold that is available? Who you gonna bring in? You gonna bring in Derek Carr, who's never won a playoff game in his life, who has better weapons around him this year.
Shout out to Kyle Mine. I'm sick too. Shout out to Jay Lombardi. He said, Landlord, I can't defend my quarterback. I'm not here to do that either, sir.
Yeah, we're just having
holding everybody accountable today. That's what we're doing.
We'll just
He
have
played
honest
a
football
bad
talk.
game. He didn't get enough done. You know what I'm saying? But make no mistake about it, it's not solely on him because the play calling was bad, y'all. Look, when you go 3 and out in a situation like that, man, I don't care what nobody say. That's not just on your quarterback. Like, we had the game right there. Think about that. We had the game right there. It was a 7-point game with like 3 minutes left on the clock. If you pull together a good drive, y'all, that we could have went and scored that touchdown and went for 2 and walked away with a dub. That's what I wanted to do. Know what I'm saying? But we went 3 and out. Come on, y'all. Yeah, Jackie Smith got some fire comments. Shout out to Amp Sports in the bill. That's why I had to, she was coming with that sauce. That's why I had to read a couple of her. But come on, y'all. Name a coordinator that's gonna go 3 and out in a situation like that. That you regard as one of those ones. You can't go in 3 and out in a situation like that. Then we had to punt. That sucked, bro. The game-winning drive. The possible game-winning drive with 3+ minutes left on the clock. You had to punt from a 3 and out. Mm-hmm. And y'all say that's just that. You don't go 3 and out, bro. That's terrible. Yeah, Eternal Dynasty, that is pitiful. The game was right there, bro. So we gonna sit up here and blame one man? The offensive line didn't do right either.
Offensive line didn't do right. Running backs didn't do right. Every receiver not named CeeDee Lamb didn't do right. So let me ask y'all. So, like, Dak Prescott didn't play well, right?
Notorious Junk said Turpin couldn't juke Robbie Gold. He ran straight to the man.
He had a touchdown, man. If he had just got to the outside, well, the block was set up and everything. But we had bad execution. I'm not here to defend any of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he played a shit game. All right, he deserves.
Dak was throwing the ball behind people. His ball placement was horrible last night. It was.
He deserved criticism. He played a very bad game. But at the same token, we've also seen him play very good games in the postseason. Yeah. We've seen him go toe to toe with Aaron Rodgers. We've seen him beat Russell Wilson. We've seen him beat Tom Brady. You know, he even played well enough to really played well enough to win the damn Rams game. We just allowed 300 yards rushing. So
shout out to Max Fry with the $2 super chat. He said, "Facts, great OC, get it done in that situation." Exactly. That's all I'm saying. And yeah, so I seen somebody said Michael Gallup run lazy routes. Bro, listen, I play wide receiver. If you doing a combat route, ain't no way you supposed to let this man get in front of you. That's almost like a box out. That's the last thing you supposed to let him do. Get in front of you on a combat route? Man, what was Michael Gallup doing?
Exactly.
And then it looked like an option route. Because think about it. That route looked so indecisive to me. How about you, Hen? If you go back and look at that route looked so indecisive. He did not look like he knew exactly what he was doing. That's why I think Dak just threw it, because he like you got to think, if it's an option route, Dak got to trust that you finna do what he think you finna do.
I mean, in Dak Prescott mind, I felt like he felt there was no way that Michael Gallup was not finna come back to the ball.
Yeah, Truth only said it was an option route. That's why it looked so clunky and goofy, because he probably got caught in the middle of what he wanted to do. Go back and look at that route, y'all. For everybody who's saying that Dak is just terrible and all of this, okay, go back and look at that route that Michael Gallup ran. That was pathetic. It was absolutely pathetic, y'all. Then you let the DB get in front of you. You never do that. You this big wide receiver, you supposed to be boxing him out. That's almost like a rebound right there. On a combat route, you supposed to be boxing this man out. You supposed to make sure he don't get in front of you. That's the whole thing. It's position. A combat route is a position route. You never let him get in front of you, dog. Like, you terrible. That was terrible.
Mm-hmm. I wasn't so mad at the first interception, but the second one, he forced it. But I'm even what was worse about the interception is it was 2nd and 2 in the red zone area, and you really are trying to run the clock down and get points. So like there wasn't even an actual reason to pass the ball in that situation.
Shout out to stick up kid in the building. What's happening? Real nefarious vibes.
So it was a bad play by Dak Prescott. It was also a bad call by Kellen Moore to put him in that position to throw the ball. It was 2nd and 2. You were in field goal range. You had if you didn't want to kick a field goal, you had 3 more downs. You had 2nd down, 3rd down, and 4th down to get 2 yards. So there was no reason at all to even throw the ball in that situation.
Yeah.
So
I love Gallup too, man, but Gallup, he was a shell of himself. And look at this. We hate Dak. Okay, I'm gonna concede to y'all today just for the conversation. Y'all hate that. We hate that. We hate everybody else too. Okay,
we hate them. Get them out of town.
We
run them out
can't
of town.
stand
Whatever.
Them. Throw them under the bus. Mm-hmm. But look what we rolled in here with. We couldn't beat them while we was loaded last year. We was loaded last year. Last year hurt. Last year made me mad. I was disappointed. Okay, look what we rolled in here this year compared to last year. The only reason I was more confident about this year is exactly what happened. We at least targeted our number 1. We targeted Dalton Schultz. We did all the stuff that I figured we was gonna do this time around. We didn't do all these penalties. Like all the stuff I said happened, but we still couldn't get it done. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Shout out to Jackie Smith. I gotta read her comment. She got that sauce. She said, "Why are we just criticizing Dak? There are other quarterbacks that had an unsuccessful season. Philly fans hated Jalen, but the team decided we are going to give him everything he needs to see if he is the guy." Absolutely. Absolutely. That's why I said, if you're down on Dak, you should absolutely be mad at your front office for not giving him a whole bunch of stuff. If you a bad quarterback, you need a lot of stuff then. You know what I'm saying?
Jackie said, my question is, when did we do that? We said Zeke was the straw, never Dak.
Notorious John said, if I see Dalton Schultz in the streets, I'm fighting him. He said he wanted to smoke.
Man, you better come from the shoulders then. that's a big white boy.
Yeah, he wanted them cornbread fed.
Like, man, that's a big ass dude.
Ultra Cowboy said Gallup deal is basically a 2-year deal.
It is. You can get out of Michael Gallup's deal after next season, and it will cost you next to nothing. It will cost you next to nothing.
She said also Cedric Wilson also hurt us. Cedric kind of let us down last year too, but he would have been better than T.Y. T.Y. got 1 catch. Like we was all on the T.Y. train. He showed up. He was not here. He was absent yesterday. You know what I'm saying? He was absent.
Oh yeah, but he said Dak had that in 2016. Man, Dak did everything in his power to win that game in 2016. That man dropped 31 points. Man threw for 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. Had a 4th quarter comeback, tied the game twice. Dak Prescott ball 2016.
Jalen Barter said T.Y. was open for a touchdown. Hey, if that's true, that's on Dak then.
It might have. He was open on the play. You remember when Fred Warner carried CeeDee Lamb up the field?
Jay said he threw it to CeeDee in double coverage instead. Hey, that's Dak decision making right there. That's on Dak. You can't excuse that. You got to put the ball. You got to, as a quarterback, you got to make the right read and place the ball where it goes. You know what I'm saying? The right read is critical, because that was a good play by the DB, but that wouldn't have been where I would have went with the football. Just being real, I probably would have dumped it off to Schultz. He was open right there. Or was that Zeke on that CeeDee Lamb interception? Because you got to think, the quarterback can't view the whole field all the time. That's one thing you got to
I do see it too, though.
You got to understand.
I see the play, but this is the thing. Like, they are critiquing that the pass was incompletion. CeeDee Lamb got both hands on that ball. Your best receiver against a linebacker, and I get it. Like, he did come wide open, but he had already chunked this ball once he.
I thought they were talking about the interception play.
Nah, like it was the play, because T.Y. Hilton comes wide open. He runs through the coverage, but like Fred Warner is on your best wide receiver. Like, you got a linebacker on your best wide receiver.
Yeah, you got to lead that ball though. You got to lead them on that.
It should have been further up the field, but at the same time, you could still make the argument it should have still been called.
You're right, Carl, man. I'm not here to defend somebody who don't deserve defending. He threw some underthrows. Yeah, he threw a lot of them. Know what I'm saying? But think about this too, though. It was some drop passes out there too. So we ain't talking about that. Tony Pollard dropped the pass. Zeke Elliott dropped the pass. You know, it was some drop balls out there too. Like, that's what I'm saying, man. Like, most of the blame gonna go on Dak in my book and Kellen Moore. But it also was a bad showing for the offense as well, in my opinion.
I just sent the play to you.
Let me see.
Because you look, T.Y. Hilton is going to come wide open. But, you know, your best player being carried by a linebacker.
Yeah, I seen that play. I thought they were talking about on the interception, though.
Nah, because look, T.Y. Hilton is going to be wide open.
Look at that pressure, though. Shit. Hold up. Who that was? He came right in.
Luka.
Nobody blocked him. Linebacker pressure. See, that's the same throw that Trevor Lawrence didn't want to make. In order for Dak to make that throw, you know what he had to do?
Step into it.
He had to step into that hit and take it on the chin. That's the only way you're going to make that throw. Unless that's why you want players with these big elite arms, because they might be able to still make that throw with arm. Know what I'm saying? But in order for Dak to make that throw, he would have had to step into that hit and take it on the chin. And people ain't trying to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You should do it, but it's easier said than done, I'll say. It's easier said than done, unfortunately. But, man, I'm probably finna have to wrap this thing on up, man. I hate it, but I got to get ready to go to work, y'all.
I understand, man. We came in, we talked about it. We let some steam off. I understand. Yeah. Hey, losing a game, kinfolk, is just like mourning. Like, everybody is going to handle it a different way. So, like, go ahead and mourn the loss, get it out the system. But I need all y'all to report promptly back for training camp. Yeah. Like, it is what it is. Like, dog, just retool, start over. We can cry about it, we can fight about it, but the truth of the matter is Dak Prescott is your quarterback for at least the next 2 seasons. Yeah. Mike McCarthy is your head coach next year, and you got a lot of other things you got to decide about on your roster outside of a quarterback. So let's do what we got to do. See what we can do to improve the team. We gonna be here all off season, man. We'll be talking draft. We'll be talking free agency.
One thing I do want to see, though, this going to tell me a lot about my front office. Go and make a big free agent signing. Do it. I don't care about the future right now. I don't care. Because think about it. You being all conservative, you just going to be mediocre in the future. It's all these teams are just betting. You got to gamble. You have to gamble, Jerry. Sometimes you can't be conservative. What they say, scared money don't win no money. It don't make no money. You can't be scared. You gotta go for the gusto. You know what I'm saying?
Johnny said we his therapists, man.
He said we what?
We his therapists.
Yeah, this Cowboy Counseling 101 right here. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
But, man, we appreciate y'all coming through, stopping by, pulling up in the trap and over there at HTM Sports, man. We really do. And, you know, we took a tough L. It is what it is, man. But all we can do is think of logical, practical things we can do to improve this team. And you're stuck with the quarterback regardless of what you think. Mm-hmm. So shout out to everybody rocking with us, man. Please hit that like for the squad. It will not charge a card. I got 110 people in here watching, man. Get your boy to 100 likes, man. It's free, y'all. It's free. We just need the engagement, man. All the donations and stuff, I very much so appreciate it. But please hit the like for the squad. It will not charge a card. And y'all have a great day. You already know. Tell them where to find you at too, Hen.
Yeah, man. It's Hennythemoor on Facebook, and it's HTM Sports on all other platforms. I'm trying to get this YouTube page up, man, to 1,000 subscribers so I can monetize. So, you know, just like, subscribe, share the content. Any of the above would be greatly appreciated. And, you know, I'll be back later on today. You know, we'll talk more about the laws, about things we can do to improve the team, what to do going forward, all the other good stuff, man. But
We
look,
got
listen,
Stargazer Sports at the Buzz, and she said, "This is
this is
from a
from a
Dak
Dak,
apologist. My quarterback didn't show up yesterday." Absolutely.
and that
And
wasn't
that
usual.
was unusual for him. I have no idea why he performed that way he did, just in disbelief. Also, D couldn't come up with a single turnover. We got one. We got one.
Special
That
teams.
was Kelvin Joseph. Shout out to Kelvin Joseph.
Yeah,
We
special teams made a lot of plays, man. Special
yeah.
teams made a whole lot of plays, man. Hold on, he said
Um,
put your link.
they said put your page up. Shout out to Matt Fry with another $2 super chat. Says love you're the best and love you, Landlord and Henny. We love you too. We love everybody that came and showed some love, man. Like I said, man, we had over 100 people. Please hit the like button for the squad. It will not charge a card, man. Y'all know I'm trying to grow this thing on out and trap it on out. We appreciate all the love and support, though. Go over there and show some love to ATM Sports for your boy, too, man. We
Yeah,
appreciate y'all.
I just put the link up to my page in the comment box and I pinned it. So if y'all want to go and like or subscribe, I really appreciate it. Yep, Henny killing panic after TP went down. He went right back to curls and hitches. Yeah, that the Tony Pollard injury changed the dynamic of the game
It did.
because we were still able to run the ball. When Tony Pollard was in the game. We said it would be a Tony Pollard game. We would need his speed to come back to wide nine. And once he went down with that injury, it changed the complexion. Because remember, right after he got hurt, Dak Prescott threw his very next interception.
Yeah.
So,
Just like I said, Jay Lombardi, Turpin put us in a lot of good field position. That's what make it so mad. Like we still couldn't get in going. That's I guess that's respect. We do have to respect the opponent too, man. That's supposed to be the number one defense over there, and they played ball. We couldn't get the plays, man. And Trayvon Diggs, I wanted to smack the back of his head for sitting up there letting what's his name? Kill to make that catch, man. All he had to do is go for a real tackle. He probably would have knocked the ball out. He coming ducking, not trying to wrap up, doing a fake tackle, and let the man catch it, man. It is what it is, y'all. But y'all know we're going to still be covering this team. You already know it's still DC4L for life. We love everybody for all the love and support. Appreciate y'all.
Hey, Johnny, I appreciate you for tapping in, man. Same for you, Max. I appreciate the love.
Let's get it.
So, yeah, man. So, Len, I know you got to go pay bills, handle up on your business. I appreciate you for joining me. If you're free later on tonight, man, let's do it again.
Let's get it, man. I got you. I'll hit you up. Appreciate y'all.
It's a bet, my guy. I appreciate y'all. See y'all soon.
Let's get it.